Let's do it. So I think I'm gonna need to cut this off. Let's see what we're working with here. What should I do, guys? Should I just cut right in the middle? This might be a bad decision here. You know, fuck it. I'm just going for it. All right, welcome. So I set aside today to do a little pickup swap here on my latest Jackson. This is the Pro Plus Pure Metal SL1A. A little hard to remember that whole thing. Is it Pure Plus or Pro Plus or Pure, you know, just a lot of words to think about there. Anyways, this is a badass guitar. My latest Jackson here, but it's got one of these Holy Diver bare knuckles in it, or is it Bare Knuckle Holy Diver? See, that's why I gotta write stuff down sometimes, especially as I'm getting older here, you know? But yeah, so it's got this Bare Knuckle Holy Diver, and I'm an EMG 81 guy, and I got one here. We'll talk about that in a sec. And I'm gonna do this pickup swap. It's my first time doing this. Maybe I'm gonna mess it up, screw it up big time. Maybe it's not gonna work, or maybe everything's gonna go just right. EMG has this awesome plug and play system where they say they've done everything that they could to make it so you don't have to solder anything. So I'm hoping not to solder. They do mention though that it's a possibility depending on your configuration. So we're just gonna open this up and find out, because I don't know what to do. Like I said, this is my first time, and I guarantee there's a lot of you out there who have been thinking about a pickup swap or curious, don't know if you could do it or not. I'm not gonna say you can or can't. You probably can. I know there's a bunch of guys out there who are gonna be like, oh, it's the easiest thing ever, blah, 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 blah. But hey, there's a first for everything. And if this is your first time, or if you're thinking about it, like I said, hey, you're in good company, because while I'm an experienced dude, a lot of this stuff, in a lot of ways, this is gonna be my first time putting an active pickup into a guitar that was passive, that had passive pickups before, because this bare knuckle is passive. Should be easy, should be straightforward. We're gonna find out. Yeah, you know, that's gonna be it. So I downloaded this little wiring diagram for the setup here, which is one humbucker and one volume knob. I imagine there are also instructions inside here. Let's just find out. Oh, and remind me, after I open this up, before we get started, we're gonna do a little play test with the Holy Diver so that we hear what it sounds like. And then once the EMG gets installed, assuming all goes well and it works, we'll hear that. We'll be able to compare them and see. So this is an EMG 81, and I went with the brushed black chrome. And my first Jackson ever I got a couple years ago was the Jackson Virtuoso. Badass guitar. And I can't remember what that had in it. Some Duncan or DiMarzio. I can't remember, but I wanted 81s put in it, so I had a buddy do it for me. And he had to like route out the cavity, the pickup cavity a little more, because it wouldn't fit in there. And it didn't turn out the cleanest. You know, it doesn't look like it did from the factory, which I like my guitars to look pristine and from the factory. And I could just see that it had been routed, you know. I mean, hey, it works and all that, but it wasn't, like I said, like a factory job. And so I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do that again. And I got this one, and I was like, oh, I prefer it at an 81, but I'm not sure if it's gonna fit. But then I got a buddy who got the same guitar, which I'm happy to say I've seen, after I made a couple videos on this guitar, first the demo and then a behind the scenes, just setting it up, getting it restrung and all that. There was lots of comments about guys saying, oh, I've got it ordered, or hey, mine just arrived. Since then, lots of people have gotten them and they've commented how much they love it, and I couldn't agree more. This thing is the shit. But I think it'll be better with an 81, and I've never even really jammed it with the Holy Diver. So I don't really know what it's capable of, but honestly, I don't really care, because I'm just an 81 guy, and that's what I want on all my guitars, whenever possible. So I forget if I said this exactly, but my friend put one in his, and he said there was no routing necessary. It popped right in, it licked killer, and I think he said he went with a 57 or a 60? Or something like that. Anyways, I'm going with the 81 in brushed black chrome, because I thought that would look hard on this guitar. Only one way to find out. All right, there she is. Oh man, you see that? That looks sick. Yes, how's that gonna look? Ooh, dude. It's gonna look like a sleeper. I love it. That's gonna look badass, dude. No doubt. All right. Now, what else we got here? This is no sponsor, by the way. Just loved 81 pickups since they started coming in my ESPs back in 2000, 2001 when I started acquiring all my ESP guitars. And it's just the sound that created Mira's sound, style, and all that, you know? So I love it. No need for anything else. Little sticker there. All right. So we got screws and springs, 25K volume pot, 25K tone pot. We're not gonna need this thing. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what this thing is. I'm gonna find out. Okay, output jack. So according to these instructions, that's that thing. Right. Okay, yeah. I don't know what this thing is, but it isn't in the picture anywhere there. Okay. I think this is all the stuff we're gonna need. So this is going to be probably a long, drawn-out process. Interesting to only of you who find this stuff interesting. So if you don't find it interesting, I understand and hope to see you on the next one. If you do find it interesting and you want to stick around, we're going to get started. And if you make it to the end, you know you get that fist bump. All right. So I think the first thing I'm going to do, again, this is my first time. I'm just gonna roll with it, see what happens, right? It's part of the fun. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is just pull all the old stuff. Seems like a good place to start, right? Right. I almost forgot. Thanks for reminding me. The test to see what it sounds like before we pull it. That would have been a bummer had I forgotten that. All right. Ready? I want to try to play the same riff too. So what's a riff that I know I'll play? All right. So that's what the Bare Knuckle Holy Diver sounds like. Let's start tearing this puppy apart. Shall we? All right. Okay. Man. Pretty simple here. Okay. Okay. So I know I'm gonna need to clip this. And I want to label this stuff too, just in case. So I'm going to say ground to bridge. Okay. We've got the I think it's the Nomad set. You know, I love this stuff, but I think this is maybe just right on there. Nope. There we go. Okay. I'll put out. All right. Just got the bridge and the volume to do here. And we're going to be good. I think this pulls off. I didn't see a hole there. I don't see any hole. How do you get that off of there? I'm not sure how to get that off of there just yet. Try to just yank it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now, the other thing I was worried about, hopefully that knob is going to fit on the new pot. Please. It's going to work just perfectly. Okay. So that's cool. Now we got to get this guy off of here. Okay. All right. Bring. So it was all right. I'm gonna need to cut that somewhere. Oh, that goes to the pickup. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do, I guess, is I'm just gonna relieve a little tension. From the strings. I'm planning to do this without taking the strings off. We'll see what happens. All right. My son right now, he's got a bunch of like e-bikes or like an e-dirt bike and other e-bikes and stuff, 3 of them now. And he's constantly like taking them apart, working on them and stuff, which I'm super proud of. I think that's awesome. But he's one of those guys currently where like he'll take apart something like, I don't know, like the whole like motor and throttle assembly and stuff like that. And as he's putting it back together, he's got it back together. There's still like 5 or 6 nuts and bolts and pieces like sitting there. And I'm like, dude, it's like the old thing about like taking apart a transmission, you know, and you go to put it back together and you still got parts left over. Something's not right? So like, I'm trying to teach him like, man, you got to use everything that you took off here. Take pictures, label stuff, whatever. You know, he's like, oh, it'll be fine. You know, well, anyways, he's got a lot to learn in that department. So the springs were in the V pattern here. Just keeping that in mind. Easy to remember. Okay. Now, bridge will just pop right out. Okay. So set you out of the way. All right. Got this, and that goes to the pickup. How am I forgetting? I keep forgetting that. Let's do it. Okay. Okay, no springs. And like some spacers in there. Interesting. Okay. What does that say? Bare knuckle pickups with a bridge thing. Okay. Keep that right there. I'm probably gonna forget those. So I think I'm gonna need to cut this off. Let's see what we're working with here. Okay. Should I just cut that down the middle? Or should I cut it off there that way? What should I do, guys? Should I physically unsolder that from that and then not know where it goes? Or should I just cut right in the middle and then reconnect afterwards for... I'm never going to use this pickup again, but if somebody wants it, you know, fuck it. This might be a bad decision here. And I'm just going for it. I'm sure tons of guys in the comments right now are having a heart attack, but now I just got to strip these and line the wires back up if you ever wanted to do it again, and you still got a complete thing ready to put back in. At least that's my mentality right now. Again, I don't ever plan to use this again, but you know, I'll probably give this away to somebody. If they want to do it, they can do it. All right, we're ready. Careful, Rob, careful. Let's clean this out a little bit here. Okay. So, man, it's so light without the bridge and pickup in there. So if I was to just set this in here, it's going to be too high with those spacers. But I can pull them out because it's on a spring system. I'm going to roll the dice here and just pull these out. Crap. That one kind of stuck. That's okay. There we go. All right. Now, dude, it fits perfectly. It's sick. All right. Dude, and that's going to look badass. Check that out. Step 1. Plug the pickup cable onto the EMG pickup header as shown in diagram 1. Right there. Okay. I'm going to pull this off. Yep. All right. We need this thing. Okay. As shown. See the little arrow there? All right. Step 1 complete. It wasn't so bad, huh? All right. So it's going to go that way. Am I going to be able to get that through that hole? Man, just barely. Maybe. Hold on here. Problem is I got to do this one at a time, so I'm going to route this one through. Okay, this one. Come on. Got the one, but the red one is hung up on something. I think that did it. Oh, there it is. I see it. I see it. Got it. All right. As you can see, we've made it through. Okay. It said if there's excess, to wind it up under the pickup if possible. Why couldn't it just be in the cavity? I mean, that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if it has something to do with Wiring being next to each other, creating interference or something. I don't know. All right, got that through. I feel like I want to at least soft mount that so it isn't flying out every time, but let's see what the instructions say, because I don't remember seeing anything about that. Route the cable into the control cavity. If the cable's too long, line up the excess and keep it under the pickup if possible. All right, I need to start needing this stuff. Looks like 2 of those, 4 of those, 2 of those. So we need the volume. Looks like that. Okay. And the output cable. Output cable. Output cable is going to go right next to it. Okay. Then go to step 4. Connect the wires of the output cable to the output jack by pushing the connectors on as shown. The white goes to this. Okay. And then the black. Hoping I'm doing this right. Yeah. All right. Black battery negative wire to the ring contact. Ring. Over the last 3 nights, I watched all 3 Lord of the Rings movies for the first time. I thought they were pretty good. You guys were like, what? Just seeing those now? I'm 25 years old. I know. But I liked them. Frodo Baggins. All right. 4. Using the battery bus, insert the red wire of the pickup and the red battery wire. Okay. Well, I can't tell what the top or bottom of this is, so I'm just hoping they've gotten the first slot. So I'm just going to do this. Okay. It's from the battery and from the pickup. They have it in the second one. Okay. Put the battery in insulating foam and place it securely into the control cavity. Is that it? Got 2 wires connected there. Got 2 things coming off of this from the pickup. I think that's it. I don't even think I need these. Okay. Man, that was pretty easy. I'm going to start loosely putting things together and then pop a battery in, just make sure things work. So, yeah, I'm just going to do the pickup first. I always find this to be a pain in the ass to get these things in here, you know, with the springs. Wait a second. So because I'm direct mounting, I don't think I need the springs. Or maybe I do. I mean, how's it going to stay in there unless those go in those holes? Hold on here. Just got to think. If I put that in like that, direct mount, it's going to be all the way down. But is that cool? How would I lift it? I'm not sure. That does seem like a good height. But if I were to put the springs, it would push it down. I don't know, man. I'm going to be honest, I don't know what I'm doing here with this, but I'm going to put the spring like this, maybe. It doesn't seem right, though. But then how would you raise it if you wanted it raised? Or maybe I put it underneath. Fudge. I'm not sure, man. Only way to find out is to just experiment, I guess. But then, if I put this under there, that would mean that it's always going to be up at least as high as that compresses. It's probably about like that. I don't know. Can't think what to do here, guys. Let's see if this goes into that hole even. It does. Okay. But I won't be able to raise that at all. But is it going to be just right?
there's no real reason to even put these in all the way. But if there was a spring underneath, it would be pushing up. But again, it would sit that much higher. I can figure this out after the fact. After I actually get the springs on there, maybe it's going to be the perfect height right now. But after I get the strings on, I'll be able to determine that. Unfortunately, I have to take a bridge apart to do that again, but I think I'll know what's up then. Now, what if I were to pull? Yeah, I think that's fine for now. All right. I guess I could start putting this together. Just trying as we go here, boys. All right. So this, put a lock like, I think I need one of these like this. Let's try about like that. With a lock washer. Okay, is that enough? It is not enough. So I'm gonna take that down just all the way to start. Okay, that's pretty good. See that? Washer. Nut. Okay. Like that. Okay. That's cool, I think. All right. Now, this here. Okay. Monetary. All right. Now that we're there, we can try a little test. We should get juice now. Keep forgetting that this is attached. We grab a battery. We're still with me. Okay, here we go. Pop it on the battery. Now, according to theory, turn that up. Got juice here. Cable's not long enough. Hold on, here we go. We got it. That's my test. I just put something metal against the pickup. And we're good. Okay, so that works. Now, this up somehow. Twisty tie will work fine for now. All right. Now, maybe need a little foam. Spare parts here. Might come back to those springs later. I think I've got some foam. Wrap that on. Yeah. So I could just go like this.
the rubber band. All right. Good there. Well, so stuff's not bouncing around. Might as well put this cover back on. What do you say? All right. Bridge reassembly. What the hell? Wait, it's obviously gonna be like that. Wait, maybe one more. There we go. Okay. All right. Cool. Pickup is sitting at a tiny bit of an angle, and it is a little too low. So I will make adjustments on that, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. I'm just gonna have to figure out how to do that. But so we can do the test and get you guys out of here, I'm going to put this back together so we can strum it. So we still have to tune it. Okay, looking good there. Well, let's pop this guy on too. Yeah. Cool. All right. Oh, I said I was going to show you what I meant. So right now, obviously, as we tune the bridge is going to come up. But if you see here, here's the thing. See how it's leaning forward, and I want to be able to raise that. So I'm going to just simply Google after this how to make a direct mount pickup height adjustable, and I'm sure it'll show me, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm used to pickup rings, you know, which makes everything easy, but we don't have that luxury at the moment. Okay, here we go. This guitar, I have tuned to drop C, so C, G, C, F, A, D, low to high. Almost there. The bridges come back up nicely. We're definitely gonna have to do something about that pickup there in terms of its height. Okay, good enough. It's not gonna be perfect tuning, but it'll be good enough for metal, bro. And my pick, what do I do with that? Don't know. So we're gonna hear this, and I don't wanna leave you guys hanging on what we're gonna do with that pickup, because now that I'll tell you what, I'll play, then we'll talk about that. So I know it's the main point of this sucker, right? Hear what it sounds like. But we have to bear with the fact that the pickup isn't, I mean, it's gonna be fine, but isn't 100% ideal, because I would raise it a little bit and flatten it out. There we go. I like it immediately. Just sounds like home. Here's that riff, here we go. Cool. was tuning. Yeah. Anyways, we got the point.
The volume pot's smooth. A little too smooth. Okay. What the hell? So, in my opinion, mission accomplished thus far, and it works perfectly. Sounds exactly like I wanted it to. And now I'm going to research that. And I'll meet you on the other side. But here I talked about, now that the strings are on there and the bridge is fairly well floated where things are looking flat, look at the bridge is perfect. But you can see how that pickup's diving forward, and it's just a little bit low for me. Still fine, still passable, but I want to get that fixed. I want it to be adjustable. So I'm going to look that up right now. All right, so we're back. We're looking good. I wanted to walk you through the whole process of what I was going to do, but it's kind of interesting what I found. So went and Googled it, as I said I was going to. And I just Googled how to make pickup height adjustments on a direct mount humbucker. And there was no clear answer. There were tons of forum stuff from guys, lots of guys asking the exact same question. And all the answers were answers like this: use washers, shims, springs. And so again, I went back to the spring thing in my mind, trying to think how that would work. The problem is that the screw screws into the pickup. Like the pickup is threaded. So as you put the screw down, it goes all the way down. And then when it goes into the body, it just takes it with it. There's no individual adjustment along the screw there once it's in the body, or you can't get it in the body without going all the way down, or, you know, even if you only went halfway, the pickup would still lift with it because the pickup is threaded as well. So that wasn't gonna work. I mean, I could put a spring under there, compressed all the way, and that would give me the height I want, but there still wouldn't be an adjustment available. So I'm sitting here just racking my brain, and I see those spacers on the ground that I'd ripped out before, and I'm like, wait a minute. And I went and got it, and they're tight, but compressible. I can compress them. And I was like, that's it right there. So I simply put those spacers back in, I super glued them back in. Now, when I put the pickup on top of it, it sat too high, like I thought it was gonna, like you saw earlier in the video, if it was just sitting there, but I didn't think to myself, oh, but if it's screwed down, it's gonna make those spacers compress, and we're looking perfect. So, as you can see here, I got a good height. It still like leans a tiny bit forward, and that I'm pretty sure is because of the actual wiring harness under there, is at the back end, going out the back. I tried to feed it through thinking that could be a possibility, but I could, if I decided to redo this, but that's okay. I have other guitars where it's slightly slanted. I've got it at the right height, but it's slightly slanted, and I have other guitars that's totally fine. So I don't really think I'm gonna do anything about that, but if I wanted to, I would just add some additional spacing to this side to get that to come up to flush. But I'm happy with this. I consider it a success. It worked well. Everything functions. It's in there, and it looks sick. I like the black brushed chrome. I think that was a good choice. I was gonna go straight chrome. They also make black chrome. It was a little shinier, but it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna roll like this, and that's what we did. And we were successful. So I'm just gonna start getting this back buttoned up, and we're gonna be good to go. If you're still here, appreciate you. I'm gonna plug a couple things here, and these are just things that I love. No, I'm not trying to sell them to you for any reason, or other than these are just recommendations of the tools I use all the time. First of all, these Nomad tools. I've talked about them in so many videos. This thing is just amazing, the Nomad tool. For getting underneath your strings, it's got this little brush on there. Perfect. And all their tools are just sick for everything. Truss rod set, string, they have complete setup. Their KISS setup for a complete setup. I got videos on that. Everything you want, very cool. The Jackson, let's see if I can get this right. Pure Pro Plus. Pro Plus Pure Metal SL1A. This is a limited edition, so they're hard to get. There are still, at the time of this video, 4 on Sweetwater. Dude, I recommend this guitar 100%. I've been retracking this album with my band, The Elite, and I warm up on this guitar. I've been tracking with my ESP-RA3, but so that I don't wear out the strings on that, because I'm changing the strings frequently, like every 2 songs. But so I don't wear that out while I'm warming up and rehearsing the song, I'll warm up and rehearse on this guitar, just acoustically, and it just feels badass. But I hadn't had much experience with the pickup. I hadn't plugged it in and jammed around on it much. But now I certainly will feel more confident with that with the EMG 81 in here. Another thing I recommend, EMG 81. So that's that. Nomad also makes awesome polishes. This thing's gonna clean up nice, which I'm gonna do after I lock down the Floyd and get it totally tuned up. In fact, I'm just gonna tune it now. I don't know that you wanna stick around for that, for this final buttoning up. So I'm gonna say the obligatory closing things here. If you like the video, please hit that thumbs up button for me if you haven't already. If you're not subscribed to the channel, which well over 50% of you that are watching this video right now are not, I would appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button, just, for the algo. And just helps me out big time at no cost or any obligation to you whatsoever. It just, tells YouTube to suggest more of my videos to you in your feed, if that's something you're interested in, which I'd appreciate. I also got a cool guitar DVD. And I know nobody's watching DVDs anymore, but it comes with 10 free of my custom guitar picks, DVDs autographed, free worldwide shipping for only 25 bucks. It's a great deal. It's the only way to get the picks, which is the main reason most people buy it, just to get the picks. Because I know people aren't watching DVDs anymore, but hey, it's like a little mantelpiece, if that's what you decide to do with it. Use it as a coaster, whatever. And then my wonderful Patreon community, where I got tons of awesome downloadable guitar lessons with Guitar Pro tabs, video, all sorts of stuff, teaching, riffing, soloing, all that. Style, confidence, precision, timeliness, feel, groove, all included in my mini courses. I'm working on number 10 right now. There's currently 9 of them available. You can get them all instantly, plus everything my Patreon community has to offer, just by signing up for a monthly subscription. And right now I got an awesome sale going on, 40% off in total. Use code 25OFF, and that is in addition to the 15% for a yearly membership that's already on there for new members. So you can save 40% on a yearly membership if you choose to do that. And I think that's it. Other than that, you get early looks at all my videos. It's an awesome community of like-minded metalheads talking guitars, music, Chimera, Metallica, everything like that. So come on over and check that out. Appreciate everybody that's made it this far. Appreciate everybody that's watched, but especially those who are still here with me, man. You know it. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. See you on the next one.